Hello everyone. Today, as we continue our journey of learning programming and logical thinking, I want to bring something exciting and practical to this table. Our next practice will focus on writing if-else program, but this time we will integrate mechanical engineering concepts into our coding exercise. So let's directly jump to the practical examples related to the mechanical engineering. Go to the VS Code. Here, as you can see, we are having the first example. A machine requires a regular lubrication if it operates continuously for more than 8 hours a day. Now we need to write a program that takes the operating hours of a machine as an input and checks if it requires a lubrication or not. So as you can see in the statement, we need to take the input for the hours. As we take the input, we know that the input will be by default in the string data type. So we need to convert it into the numeric data type. It may be a int, a float. Based on requirement, we need to change the data type. Then we put the condition. If hours is more than 8, means hours greater than 8, then we will write it requires the lubrication, else we will write we do not require the lubrication. So for that, let us check the code. As you can see, we have provided the one variable operating underscore hours equal to, we have converted the data into the float data type. Input, enter the number of hours the machine operates daily. Then using the if else conditions, we have printed some data. So if operating hours greater than 8 colon, we will print the machine requires regular lubrication, else we will print the machine does not require lubrication. So let us run the code. We will enter the number of hours. Let's say the number of hours being the 7. Press enter. So here you can see the output. The machine does not require lubrication. As the value entered is 7, 7 greater than 8, condition is false. So we will go to else case and here it will print machine does not require lubrication. Let us again run the code. Now pass the value greater than 8 being 10 and hit enter. So now you can see 10 greater than 8 condition is true. So it will print the machine requires regular lubrication. Based on the conditional check, outputs are required. So in such case, these if else statements will be very much helpful. Let us go to the next example. Here you can see that the example provided is the mechanical part is considered safe for use if its stress level is less than or equal to 200 megapascal. We need to write a program based on the stress value as an input and output will be whether the part is safe or unsafe. So same way here, first we need to assign the stress value using the input. We will convert it into the required data type. Then based on the if else condition, if our condition is the stress less than equal to 200, then we will print component is safe. Else we will print the component is unsafe. Again check the solution. Here you can see that we have defined the variable stress value equal to float. Input being the enter the stress value for the mechanical part, value should be in megapascal. Based on the condition, if stress value less than equal to 200 colon, then it will print the mechanical part is safe. Else it will print the mechanical part is unsafe. Again let us run the code. Now enter the value to be 150. Hit enter. The output will be mechanical part is safe for use. Same way, run the program again. Now input the value 300, enter. So now the output will be the mechanical part is unsafe for use. So based on the input value, we will get either condition being the true or either condition being the false. The different outputs will be printed on the screen. Now again go to the third example. The cooling system operates at different efficiency levels based on the ambient temperature. Here the different conditions are provided. If the temperature is below 20 degrees Celsius, it will print high efficiency. If it is between 20 and 40 degrees Celsius, so we need to print moderate efficiency, and above 40 degrees Celsius, we need to print the low efficiency. So we need to write a program to take the ambient temperature as an input and output will be the system's efficiency level based on the conditions. So here as you can see, we need to have more than one condition in our program. So in such case, we need to use the concept of if, elif and else. So again, let us check the program. So here, as you can see, first we have provided input being the ambient temperature. Temperature value is converted into the float based on the input. Now we have provided the multiple conditions. If our variable where the temperature is stored, that is ambient temperature, is less than 20, so it will print the cooling system is operating at a high efficiency. Elif, as we are having the second condition, so the condition used is elif. So here the value provided is if the value is between 20 and 40. So we have mentioned 20 less than equal to our variable, that is ambient temperature, again less than equal to 40. So if our value is between 20 and 40, so it will print cooling system is operating at moderate efficiency. Else, if both conditions are not satisfied, then we will go to the else case and it will print the cooling system is operating at low efficiency. So again, keep in mind at each and every place indentations are important, colons are important. Without these, always we will get the error. So let us run the program to check the output. First, let us input ambient temperature to be 15. Hit enter. So now once we enter the value 15, 15 will go and get stored into the ambient temperature. The 15 less than 20 condition is true. So it will directly execute the data inside that condition and it will print it is having the higher efficiency. Once any of the condition is satisfied, the remaining cases will not get executed and we will directly get our output. Again run the program to check for the second case. Let us enter the value 26. Hit enter. So now first case 26 is less than 20, false. Then it will check for the next condition. 20 less than or equal to value being 26 less than or equal to 40. So this condition is true. 26 is in between 20 and 40. So based on this condition, it will give us the output, that is the moderate efficiency. Again run the code and now enter the value being greater than 40. Let us say the temperature being the 50 degrees Celsius. So now 50 is less than 20, condition is false. 20 less than or equal to 50 less than or equal to 40. 50 is not in between 20 and 40. So again this condition is false. Finally, we will go to the else case. So in else case, it will print the cooling system is operating at a low efficiency. So based on our input, interpreter executes the data and we get the output based on the conditions provided in the program. So here keep in mind that data type conversion is important. Then and then only we will get our required output. Now let us go to the last example. So here again, as you can see, the statements are provided. The statement is in a mechanical assembly, a bolt is categorized based on its diameter. Here it is mentioned if the diameter is greater than 10 mm, then again we need to check. First condition is check for 10 mm diameter. Within that, we need to again check inside that condition if it is a high strength bolt or a standard bolt. So condition given for that is if the value of tensile strength is greater than equal to 800 megapascal, then it is a high strength bolt, else it is a standard bolt. Next, if the diameter is less than or equal to 10 mm, then we need to check. Again, in that case, we need to check if it is a precision bolt or a general purpose bolt. That we will decide based on the tolerance value. So this data is given. Now the program requires us to take the diameter, tensile strength and tolerance as input and categorizes the bolt based on the given data. So let us start the program based on the given data. So first we need to take input as a diameter. So diameter equal to, we will convert it into the float data type. So we will write float to take the input. Keyword is input and let us mention enter the diameter of bolt. Once we get the value of the diameter, we need to check for the condition. So let us check for the condition. So if diameter is greater than 10 mm, so diameter is greater than 10 mm, then what we need to do? So inside that again we will check if it's a high strength bolt or standard bolt. So inside this we will again ask the user to input the value for the tensile strength of the bolt. So let us take the value tensile strength equal to, convert the value into float. Let us take it as an input, enter tensile strength of bolt and it should be in megapascal. Now based on the value, again we need to check if the value of tensile strength is greater than equal to 800, then we will print it is a high strength bolt. Else colon we will print it is a standard bolt. Now here first section is over. Here we have used if inside if, so this is the case of the nested if else statement. Now we have completed the inside if else statement. Now for the outer if, we need to check for the value less than or equal to 10 mm. So the else case will always consider for the less than equal to 10 mm. So in else case, we need to again take the input, that is the value of tolerance. So we will store the value of tolerance, convert it into the float, take the input, enter tolerance of the bolt. Now we will check if tolerance value is less than equal to 0.01 mm. So we will print precision bolt, else we will print general purpose bolt. So based on our input, compiler will go through these certain statements and it will give us the output based on the diameter, strength and the tolerance value provided. Let us clear these to get the proper idea. Run the program again. We have asked to enter the diameter of bolt. Let us say the diameter of bolt being 8. As the value of diameter is 8, it will check if 8 greater than 10, condition is false. So we will directly move to the else case. In else, we have asked to enter the value of tolerance. So next we need to enter the value of tolerance. So let us say the value of tolerance being the 0.02 mm and hit enter. So here you can see that 0.02 is less than or equal to 0.01. Condition is false. It will go to the else case. In else block, it will print the general purpose bolt. Again, let us run the program to re-verify the other details. So again run the program. Enter the diameter of bolt being the 12 mm. So 12 is greater than 10. True. It will go into the case of tensile strength. Now enter the value of tensile strength. Let us value being the 1000. Hit enter. So again check inside that 1000 is greater than or equal to 100. True. Then it will go inside the if case and it will print high strength bolt. So based on the entered values, program will decide which output is required. So same way in the case of automations or in the programming, based on the input value received from different sources, we can decide the type of content or the type of values required for our program. You may try for different variations also for your practice purpose to get the idea how we are getting the output based on the execution of the program. So with these combinations of examples, I hope you got the idea how to implement the if-else statements and its logic based on the requirement. So these examples have not only enhanced our understanding of conditional programming, but also shown us how programming can be a powerful tool for engineers. As we move forward, I encourage you to continue experimenting, take the concepts we discussed, expand on them, and try applying them to other areas of engineering. The more you practice, the more confident and the skilled you will become. Let's keep this momentum going as we take on even more exciting programming challenges in the future. Looking forward to see you all in our further sessions. Till then, thank you.